How do women feel when men ejaculate? Hello everyone, I am Momo. Today we are going to talk about a more private but very real topic, how women feel when men ejaculate. Although this topic is a bit sensitive, it is actually very important for both parties to understand this in an intimate relationship. But I have to say in advance that if you think this topic is too private and not suitable for you, you can avoid it first. Let's first talk about some basic knowledge of the physiology of the two sexes. The physiological structures of men and women are different. In intimate behavior, these differences will bring various different feelings. Men ejaculating is a physiological stage in the process of sexual behavior. Simply put, when sexual excitement reaches a climax, the male snail will undergo a series of contractions, and then the tadpoles will be ejected from the body. From a physiological point of view, when a man ejaculates, the body will have a very obvious reaction. His ding-ding will have strong rhythmic contractions. Generally, the contraction force is relatively strong at the beginning, and the interval time is short. It will contract once in about 0.8 seconds. Then, as the tadpole shoots out, the contraction force will gradually decrease, and the interval time will also become longer. At this time's contact with the man, she can often feel some changes. Some women say that they can feel a warm impact. It's like a warm current suddenly rushing in a very private place. This warm feeling is sometimes quite obvious. And because of the contraction of the ding-ding when the man ejaculates, women can also feel the rhythmic rhythm. It's like a special pulse beating, which may bring a special sense of stimulation to women. A lady shared her experience. She said that when she and her husband were intimate, when her husband ejaculated, she clearly felt a warm current below, like a hot current rushing in all of a sudden. The feeling was a bit strange and special. And she could feel her husband's body trembling slightly, and the ding-ding was also contracting rhythmically. This feeling made her feel that the connection between her and her husband seemed to be closer. However, women have more than one feeling. Different women have quite different feelings. Some women may be more sensitive and more sensitive to such subtle physiological changes. They may feel that the rhythm and warmth when men ejaculate will make their bodies react, and even have a kind of pleasure spreading from deep inside their bodies. But some women may not feel so strongly for various reasons. For example, if the intimate cooperation between two people is not tacit enough, or if the woman is not completely relaxed in the process, or if there are still some psychological concerns, then they may not pay much attention to these details when the man ejaculates. In addition, the physical condition of women will also affect her feelings. If a woman is in the period before and after the menstrual period, the hormone level of the body changes, and the sensitivity to various stimuli may be different, and the feeling of men's ejaculation may also be different. From a psychological perspective, women's feelings are also complicated. If two people have a very good relationship and are full of love and trust, then when the man ejaculates, the woman may have a sense of satisfaction and happiness. She will feel that she and her lover are truly integrated at this moment, and this emotional connection will make her feel this physiological process more deeply. On the contrary, if a woman lacks a sense of security in this relationship, or is somewhat dissatisfied with her partner, then even if the man ejaculates, she may not feel particularly happy, may even feel a little uncomfortable. In addition, communication is really important in intimate relationships between men and women. Men may not know how women feel in this process, and women are embarrassed to say it. In fact, this is not good. Only when both parties communicate frankly can they better understand each other's needs and feelings. For example, men can ask women how they feel during intimacy, and women can also boldly express their ideas so that both parties can better adjust and let each other have a better experience. Let's talk about the knowledge of physiological hygiene of both sexes. Before and after sexual intercourse, both men and women should pay attention to hygiene. After the man ejaculates, the semen remains in the woman's body. If it is not cleaned up in time, it may breed bacteria and cause some gynecological problems. so women can wash their private parts with warm water afterwards to keep them clean. At the same time, men should also pay attention to their own hygiene, change underwear frequently, and keep their nails clean. This will not only reduce the risk of infection for both parties, but also make the intimate process healthier and more comfortable. Speaking of contraception, this is also a very important part of the relationship between the sexes. When a man ejaculates, it means there is a possibility of pregnancy. If you don't want a child, you must take contraceptive measures. There are many common contraceptive methods, such as using condoms, which can not only prevent pregnancy, but also prevent sexually transmitted diseases to a certain extent. There are also oral contraceptives, but you must pay attention to taking them in the correct way. In addition, there are methods such as intrauterine devices, but these all need to be selected according to personal circumstances under the guidance of a doctor. In short, women's feelings when men ejaculate vary from person and are affected by many factors such as physiology and psychology. Physiologically, women may feel warmth, rhythm, etc. Psychologically, the quality of feeling, sense of security, etc. will affect her feelings. In a relationship between the sexes, understanding this knowledge, strengthening communication, paying attention to hygiene and contraception are crucial for both parties to establish a healthy, harmonious, and beautiful intimate relationship. I hope everyone can look at these things between the sexes correctly, understand and deal with them with a scientific attitude, and make their intimate relationships happier and more fulfilling. Remember, frank communication and mutual understanding are the key to maintaining a good relationship between the sexes.